This is a sailing vessel Adventureborn, a beautiful 1984 Beneteau Idylle, 11.5 meters or 38 feet long, sloop-rigged monohull sailboat. With a fin keel and skegged rudder, the boat has a shallow draft of only 4.5 feet deep, and an air draft of a little over 50. Held securely in place by a 45-pound Vulcan rocknet anchor with up to 125 feet of chain and another 100 feet of rode beyond that. I've been living aboard full-time since I bought this sailboat in Cape Cod, Massachusetts 3 years ago. At the time, I paid $23,000 for the boat and everything that came with it. But after several major improvements and upgrades I've made during major refits, the boat's value is now far greater, as is its practical usability, which speaks for itself through the adventures I've had and showcase on my social media pages. Now let's take an in-depth look at my humble home upon the sea. The first thing people notice when they step onto the boat is the 1,000 watt solar array that both provides all my electrical needs and keeps the cockpit dry. Supported by a new welded aluminum structure that also supports my dinghy davits and thereby the swim platform, which gives me easy access to my dinghy, paddleboard, and the entire ocean. Getting in and out of the sailboat couldn't be easier. A fairly standard cockpit with hardwood bench seating, enough room for everyone, and quick access to the winches for trimming the sails. It's here you'll see another innovation I've implemented to make the sailboat more livable. Solid oak boards from under the captain's bench slide perfectly into place, turning the forward cockpit into a sailing bed nest. Super comfortable at sea or anchor. A simple hose near the back of the boat is the perfect outdoor shower. Plenty of storage in the large lockers. Full, but organized. This is the sailboat as I normally have it, but now let's go ahead down below and take a look inside. Isn't she gorgeous? So this space is the galley. It is a full galley. It has everything you could possibly want or need. Got a 2-burner stove. I use nesting pots and pans, just keeping the 2 main ones out here. 2-burner. And then as well a oven and a broiler. Plenty of storage back in here. This galley features a full refrigerator, plenty of space. Something I love about the sink here is that it's a push sink with your foot. It's just super handy. It helps you conserve water. Space for... And then everything else I could possibly want. As well, probably the last feature be herbs and spices. The knife. Done with all that. Put that in, cook it up, and then serve to everybody right here. This is my editing station. I spend a lot of time here editing photos and videos, as well as I do a bit of navigation. This is just a great place to get any sort of computer work done. As well, I've got all of my gauges here, my 12-volt electrical panel, engine RPM gauge, engine temperature, as well my 120-volt systems. Now, I also do a lot of editing, like I said, a lot of filming, a lot of photos, so all of this here is just a great space for me to keep all those delicate, sensitive electronics. As well, underneath here, there's even more storage. Down below here is where I keep some of my other items, tripods, other GoPros, things like that. Throughout the boat, I've added a lot of these 12-volt USB chargers. You can see another one here, and they'll be all over the boat, and that's just helped considerably. This shows the Victron solar charge controllers and how much electricity I'm producing. So one of my arrays, and I have 2 of them, is producing almost 500 watts right now, which is fantastic. You can also look at the history, and I'm very, very proud of that little system I can do here. Next is the Salon, beautifully redone upholstery in through here, plenty of pillows, and everything transforms or has more storage behind it. So up here is a sea berth, but I can also store things there. Behind all these cushions is plenty of food storage, and that keeps me well supplied. Underneath these is my 2 45-gallon water tanks. I hold a total of 90, plus another 25 in the cans up on top. A map to remind me of where I want to go to. The table expands and then also goes down. As well, this bottom section here can come out, and this whole thing turns into one big nest when you drop this leaf down. It's a really, really cool function. Over on this side, I like to keep some of my ocean trophies and just some other memories that I've had. As well, no sailboat is complete without a sailboat library. I keep my fruits and veggies over here usually, and a mask or snorkel just ready on hand because you always got to be able to go for it. As well, you have one of the 2 hatches right here, and this sucks in a lot of air. I don't know if you can feel or hear it right now. This is the V-Berth. I usually sleep up here. I keep my most used pole spear in here, try to keep it out of the sun, as well as my backup over on this side. Redone all the lighting in here, so it's all dimmable LED lighting. Super cool, super useful. The other hatches up here. This berth is probably the best one in the best conditions. Days like today where it's hot and calm. Got plenty of storage for all of my stuff. Most of my clothes are folded into here, underwear and socks, shirts and stuff, and shorts and everything. Again, lots of storage. And I also have a full closet. All my clothes that I want to hang up, as well as some more storage down there. Underneath every cushion, there's storage underneath everything, which I've tried to label. And you even got more space over here, and I think I usually just put dirty laundry down into there and whatever else in here. So it's a pretty cozy spot. Moving back throughout the boat here, we go back through the salon, next to the editing station and galley, and here we find ourselves in the head. It's a full head. The sink comes out and becomes a shower, so you can use it like a shower head. Full toilet. Back behind here is where I keep all the chemicals. I've got plenty of storage for my towels, everything else. A little unorganized, but I can keep all of my toiletries, anything else I might need up here. This is just a section of starboard, which makes great for a workbench, and then if I ding it and dirty it up, I can just put a new one in. But then below here, I'm pretty proud of some organization. This is basically the garage of the boat. So I can keep anything in here that I need, do any job, and just get it done as quickly as possible. Here we have the aft cabin. It's another full cabin of the two on the boat. You have your own door and everything, as well as a closet for plenty of storage. It goes back pretty far into here. I use some of this back here for storage, but otherwise it does fit 2 people. This room's got great access for clothing and everything. Got plenty of space in here to put whatever it is you'd like. A full closet. Although not being used right now, I keep it ready in case I want to have a crew member on the boat. And as well, a good place to store my extra pole spears. Over here we've got the 2 Victron solar charge controllers, and these will feed down into the engine room and into the battery bank. Inside of here is the engine. Some of the engine access is right here, and let's go around to the front and check out more of it. The best way to get engine access is to undo these 2 toggles here, and then this simply pulls away. You have a ton of room for engine access. I have a Volvo Penta D240 40 horsepower diesel engine. This thing is great, an absolute workhorse, and I've just never had any problems with it. It's just always worked for me. Raycor fuel filter, alternator, everything else. It's a standard engine. Raw water intake back there. And you can see I can get to it from a couple angles as well. More panels come up back there, and even a side panel right here for further access. Now this all has this Mylar soundproofing to it as well, which helps out quite a bit. But this is all I need. This engine absolutely sips diesel. Although I only keep about 35 gallons of diesel on the boat, it's more than enough to get me hundreds of nautical miles, which is just great. Another big plus of this boat is just how cheap it is. Hope you enjoyed this video tour of Adventureborn. Thanks for seeing this adventure through to the end. I hope you enjoyed it, learned something, or were inspired to choose your own lifestyle of adventure. Don't forget to press the like and subscribe button to see more videos like this and help support my channel. I post new videos as often as my chaotic lifestyle allows, but if you'd like to see more content now, check out my Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, and website for everything else, or if you're interested in joining my crew aboard Adventureborn. See you on the next adventure.